Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. Tyreek Hill, the name that has fans across the country buzzing, has finally confirmed what many have been whispering in the corridors of the NFL. He is coming to the Chicago Bears. The news dropped like a bomb and immediately ignited a flame of hope for a franchise that has been searching for years to rise to the top. For anyone who follows the game, Hill is not just an ordinary wide receiver. He is a phenomenon, a combination of speed, intelligence, and skill that few can match. His arrival at Soldier Field promises to transform not only the offensive dynamics of the team, but also the morale of a fan base that has longed for a big name capable of shaking up the league. Rumors about negotiations have been circulating for weeks, but only now, with official confirmation, can fans start imagining how Hill will fit into Justin Fields' scheme. Experts have already begun debating strategies, formations, and potential rotations to maximize Hill's talent, while commentators emphasize the importance of his experience in high-stakes games. All signs point to the NFL witnessing an explosive chapter in both the player's career and the recent history of the Bears, and the anticipation has reached a fever pitch, leaving everyone eager for the first snap of this new era. Social media went into a frenzy the moment Hill announced his arrival to the Bears, with Chicago fans posting videos, memes, and messages of excitement almost instantly. Every post seemed to echo the same question: are we finally going to have a playoff-worthy offense? It's impossible to ignore the psychological impact this will have in the locker room, as players like Fields and the secondary receivers now have the chance to work with someone who redefines the concept of speed and intelligence on the field. Coaches, already under pressure to improve offensive performance, can now count on a piece that could potentially change the game every single snap. But as with every big move, doubts arise. How will Hill adapt to a new system? How will opposing defenses try to neutralize him? And, more importantly, will this signing be enough to turn the Bears season into something memorable, or is it just another flicker of hope in a franchise still searching for stability? While these questions swirl, one thing is certain. Every Hill play will now be scrutinized under a microscope, with every success and failure amplified, turning each Sunday into a spectacle of tension, adrenaline, and analysis, where expectations hang over every decision on the field, and every fan holds their breath in anticipation of the first explosive highlight. Beyond the field impact, there is also an economic dimension that cannot be ignored. Tyreek Hill's arrival at the Bears will inevitably boost merchandise and ticket sales, creating a ripple effect that benefits not only the team, but also the city of Chicago. Jerseys, hats, and other official products bearing Hill's name quickly became coveted items, selling out both in stores and online, while game tickets skyrocketed on resale sites. Sports finance analysts suggest that Hill's move could represent a significant increase in team revenue, something the franchise hasn't seen in years. Moreover, sponsors see this signing as an opportunity to associate their brands with a nationally recognized figure, generating advertising campaigns designed to attract attention from a broad audience. Meanwhile, national and international sports media continue dissecting every aspect of Hill's arrival, from interviews about his adaptation to meticulous analysis of his potential impact on team performance. All this creates an environment of extreme anticipation, where fans, commentators, and investors share the same feeling. Something big is about to happen, and no one wants to miss it. Hill's signing is not just a sports decision. It is a cultural and economic event capable of reshaping the perception of the Bears on multiple levels. Speculations about possible Hill signings began circulating immediately after last season, but no one could have predicted such a definitive conclusion. Rumors range from complex trades to future drafts and even options that seemed out of reach for a franchise seeking reinvention. However, insider sources suggest that quiet and strategic negotiations took place, involving executives, agents, and even external consultants, all aimed at ensuring Hill arrived under optimal conditions both financially and athletically. The complexity of these behind-the-scenes maneuvers highlights the meticulous planning behind the move, showing that the Bears sought not only explosive talent, but also someone who could fit into the team's philosophy for the long term. Every detail, from contract structuring to physical preparation, was carefully calculated to maximize Hill's impact on the season. Now, with official confirmation, fans are beginning to realize that this is not just a big-name signing, but a project capable of redefining the team's trajectory in the coming years. The anticipation that was once just a rumor is now becoming tangible reality, and the entire fan base is bracing for what could be a turning point in the Bears' modern history. Hill's arrival will not only be felt by fans and the media, but also by opponents. Rival teams are already adjusting their strategies, studying every move, every pattern, and every characteristic of a player who is arguably one of the fastest and most creative in the league. His presence forces defenses to rethink coverage schemes, blitzes, and tactical formations, which inevitably benefits other receivers and the quarterback. Justin Fields, for example, now has more reliable options and a target capable of turning ordinary plays into spectacular moments. This dynamic creates a ripple effect throughout the NFL, where the addition of a single player can alter routes, formations, and even future draft decisions. Additionally, the psychological impact on opponents is tangible. Knowing they have to face Hill increases stress, heightens pressure, and creates mental challenges that go far beyond traditional gameplay. With Hill, the Bears' offense is expected to become unpredictable and overwhelming, blending speed, tactical intelligence, and explosive athleticism that Chicago hasn't seen in years. Every snap, every route, and every touchdown will be watched with heightened anticipation, signaling a new era where Hill sets the tempo and shapes the narrative of every game he plays. As the season draws nearer, the narrative surrounding Tyreek Hill and the Bears grows increasingly intense. Every practice, interview, and social media post feeds the buzz that has consumed the city and fans nationwide. Sports media cannot stop theorizing about how the team will perform with their new superstar, and every word Hill utters is analyzed as if it were a strategic clue. The collective sentiment of fans, long accustomed to waiting for miracles, now mixes with an almost tangible excitement, capable of turning ordinary games into must-watch events. Opposing teams feel this effect as well. The knowledge that Hill is on the field forces adjustments, raises pressure, and creates a mental game within the mental game, adding a layer of complexity to each match. Ultimately, Hill's arrival is more than a simple roster addition. It is a sporting and cultural phenomenon capable of altering perceptions, strategies, and outcomes, infusing the Bears with an aura of optimism and unpredictability that the league hasn't seen in years. The combination of athletic brilliance and narrative intrigue ensures that Hill's presence will dominate conversations and headlines for the entire season, keeping fans and analysts alike captivated with every movement on the field. For Bears fans, the confirmation of TYREEK Hill's arrival is almost surreal, as if a long-held dream is finally coming true. The franchise's recent history, marked by ups and downs, seemed to desperately need a turning point, and Hill emerges precisely at that moment, offering the promise of radical change. Every play of a wide receiver is studied, every movement analyzed, because the expectation is that he will transform ordinary plays into moments of sheer brilliance. Justin Fields, who had already shown growth in prior seasons, now has a partner capable of opening up space, breaking defensive lines, and taking the offense to an entirely new level. The chemistry between the two will be watched closely, as everyone is eager to see how this explosive connection translates into wins. Sports media, meanwhile, does not spare words when describing Hill's potential impact, often discussing statistics, projections, and hypothetical scenarios that could elevate the Bears to the top of the NFC. But beyond numbers, there is an emotional factor that cannot be overlooked. The city of Chicago, accustomed to waiting for miracles, now faces a phenomenon capable of truly redefining the team spirit. Hill is not just a player. He embodies hope, speed, and transformation simultaneously, a living symbol of what the Bears could become in the near future. Behind the scenes, The atmosphere is one of intense preparation. Coaches and coordinators are studying every detail to integrate Hill as seamlessly as possible into the offensive scheme. Each snap, each route, and each potential reception is meticulously discussed to maximize the athlete's impact without compromising team cohesion. The responsibility is immense, as Hill is not just an individual talent, but a catalyst capable of transforming collective strategy. Expectations place pressure not only on him, but on the entire roster, which now must elevate its performance to match the pace of a player who redefines speed and creativity on the field. Additionally, the psychological dimension is significant. Hill brings not only skill, but confidence, assertiveness, and a presence that influences the mindset of the team. Every practice becomes a laboratory, every play a test, and anticipation for the first games is nearly unbearable. The franchise, fans, and media watch intently, aware that Hill's integration may determine not only individual victories, but the trajectory of the entire season, turning expectation into tangible, thrilling results that everyone is eager to witness. The economic impact of Hill's arrival is equally impressive. Merchandise, sponsorships, and ticket sales surged within hours of the announcement, demonstrating that an athlete's influence goes far beyond the field. Jerseys with his name sold out instantly. Marketing campaigns gained prominence, and the city of Chicago experienced increased engagement in sports events. Sports finance analysts estimate that Hill's presence could generate millions in additional revenue, strengthening the franchise on multiple fronts. But it's not just about money. Media attention, community interest, and overall brand valuation of the Bears also soar. Every movement by Hill is closely monitored, every interview dissected, and every play transformed into digital content. The effect is a combination of excitement, anticipation, and projected growth that reflects not only in finances, but in the global perception of the team. In short, Hill brings not just athletic skill, but cultural, economic, and sporting relevance, reshaping the Bears' landscape and heralding a new era that promises intensity, profitability, and unforgettable moments for fans. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rival teams are already reacting in visible and strategic ways. Defenses are studying every Hill movement, training special coverage schemes, and adjusting tactics to try to contain him. Every play involving Hill is analyzed from start to finish to identify patterns and vulnerabilities. This pressure indirectly benefits not just Hill, but the entire Bears offense, which now has more space and opportunities to exploit defensive weaknesses. Justin Fields, for instance, will find more open routes and faster decision-making opportunities thanks to the presence of such an explosive wide receiver. The ripple effect extends across the league, as Hill's arrival alters plans, formations, and even draft decisions, forcing all teams to adapt to a new reality. Additionally, the psychological factor is undeniable. Knowing they must face a player of this magnitude increases stress and pressure on opponents, influencing behavior on the field. Hill's presence reshapes not only the Bears' attack, but the entire strategic dynamic of every game they play, elevating every matchup to a higher level of tension and unpredictability, where every defensive adjustment is a gamble and every offensive play has the potential to turn into a highlight that defines the season. For fans, the anticipation is almost tangible. Each game becomes a highly awaited event. Every practice is followed with enthusiasm, and the city of Chicago breathes in the presence of a phenomenon capable of turning ordinary moments into unforgettable spectacles. Memes, videos, and passionate online discussions have become routine as supporters oscillate between detailed tactical analysis and expressions of sheer excitement. The emotional connection with Hill goes beyond the field, as his presence symbolizes hope, change, and the possibility of victories that once seemed distant. This energy translates into packed stadiums, conversations revolving around plays and strategies, and constant attention to every detail of his performance. The cultural impact is evident. Hill is not just a player. He is an icon transforming the way fans engage with the team. Each successful reception, every lightning-fast run, and every strategic play reinforces the narrative that the Bears are finally ready to compete at a high level, bringing excitement, anticipation, and a constant sense of possibility to every week of the season. The media, in turn, spares no effort in analysis and speculation. Every Hill interview, every comment from Justin Fields or coaches is scrutinized and debated, creating a constant stream of content that keeps public attention at its peak. Theories about combinations, rotations, and formations dominate sports shows, podcasts, and social media, turning Hill's arrival into a full-blown media phenomenon. Experts discuss not only the receiver's individual skill, but also the collective impact he will have, evaluating potential scenarios and simulating game results based on his presence. This relentless attention amplifies every movement, transforms every play into news, and creates an almost cinematic anticipation around the Bears' performance. In short, Hill arrives not just as a player, but as the protagonist of an engaging story, capable of redefining narratives, generating intense debates, and captivating the imagination of fans and analysts alike. The effect is a continuous cycle of interest, speculation, and emotion, raising the NFL experience to a more exciting and unpredictable spectacle where Hill sets the pace and dominates attention in every game. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.